Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview of February 13th, 2014. Great to be with you. My name is William and we're coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. And this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come and visit us at fxclearing.com. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilda and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series. And every single Friday, meaning today, after the New York close, we will do the Friday wrap-up where we go over between 10 and 16 daily charts and look at what happened in the past week and what is going to happen next week. Hope you can join us. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year out of the Public Safety Department out of the great state of Florida in the United States. Traders, I trade every single trading day. I don't necessarily take a live trade every day, but I'm in the markets, I'm listening to fundamentals, and I'm always learning. I'm always trying to learn something every day so I can become a better trader. All right, that's a little bit about me. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way, and let's get the risk disclaimer finished. Forex trading has a large potential of rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most of all, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Basically meaning if you're on a demo account for 4 or 6 months and you go to a live account, you will see somewhat of a change in your win percentage, and that is because of the thing between our two ears called the brain and good old psychology. And we'll talk about that another day. All right, traders, let's get over to news and commentary. Let's see what the markets did yesterday. Looks like everybody was in the green in the U.S. session. The Dow 30 was up 0.62%. The S&P 500 was up 0.96%. And the NASDAQ was up 1.18%. with the Russell 2000 up 1.22%. Great to see that. All right, let's head over to the Eurozone where the DAX finished their day up 1.56%. The FTSE 100 ended their day at 0.15%. And the CAC 40 ended their day at positive 1%. The Eurostoxx 50 ended their day at 1.29%. Traders, let's move on over to my side of the world where we are in the Asia session, and the Nikkei 225, which is currently trading, is negative at 0.34%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Sydney is up 2.12%. The Shanghai is positive at 0.49%, and the Hang Seng is in the green at 0.49%, and ending with the Kospi is positive at 0.35%. Traders, let's take a look at the economic calendar today. Not much going on a Friday. Earlier today, we had RBA Governor Stevens speaking. Not quite sure what he said, but there was not a lot of movement in the Aussie today. So I gather what he said was not too big of a deal. In the Eurozone, actually 1 hour before the European Open, we have German GDP quarter on quarter, which is a high impact news event. Please keep that in mind as you go through your trading day. And then we come into the US session. And in the US session, can you believe we have no high impact data? Let's see what we got. Traders, I'm looking at Forex, another Forex calendar, and I've got the CAD with manufacturing sales month on month as a high impact. So let's, and it is on my other calendar, but it's not high impact. But it is high impact on another calendar, and we have prelim UOM consumer sentiment out of the U.S. today, and that is also a high impact news event, and on my second calendar, I don't even have it on there. That's why it's important to check two calendars, make sure your economic calendars are up to date. And it looks like the weekend, we have no data coming out over the weekend. So that is a good thing in case you have any trades staying over the weekend. They're going to keep them open. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go over 6 currency charts and we're going to review them. We have some trade plans, and just want to make a commentary about these charts today. I found them very difficult. I did not find these charts very easy. I did not think this was like easy to set these charts up. This took me a long time to get these trade plans put together, and that's sort of worrisome to me. A couple of things I want you to keep in mind is, one is that today is Friday. And being that it is Friday, we have profit taking. So we might see some effect of that. And well, let's go through the charts. Here's a euro dollar. Euro dollar is now above the 200 exponential moving average. I am not buying the euro dollar, folks. Look at the daily chart. There is no way I want to buy the euro dollar. I don't know if this was a news event or not. I did not trade New York yesterday, being Thursday. So, I don't know what to say. I'd be very, very careful if you're going to buy this. This looks like this is at resistance, and we want to sell this. We can sell this down to the 200 exponential moving average, and we can make quite a bit of pips there. There's over 30 pips that we can make if this breaks this trend line, and we'll take it down. If it breaks the 200, you know what? We'll just keep on going at 1.1308 or 1300, which would be nice, and we'll get out there. So we have a couple of trade plans to the downside on the euro dollar. Let's head over to the pound. Here we are with the pound. Folks, I am not bullish on the pound. Again, go to higher time frames, and these things are they're at support. They're at the bottom of the chart. I mean, they're not bullish. There's no change of trend. So I am staying with the trend, and I am looking for this to sell off today. I'm looking for this to break this trend line and bring it down to the 200 exponential moving average, and we'll take profit from there. However, if it breaks the 200 EMA, get a closed candlestick, get a second red candle, why not at 1.5200, say, take this to the downside and just sell it and do another analysis and sell it there. So there's plenty of pips. The nice thing I like about this chart is if it breaks the trend line, if you look left of the chart, you can see where price went up, but there's nothing to get in our way. The only thing you would have to worry about is at about 52.90, you might get a little bump there from that support area. But other than that, we have a wide open space, and this looks like this is a nice trade to the downside. Here's our crazy Aussie. The Aussie did what we expected it to do. I said yesterday that I was bearish in the Aussie. My trade plan was bearish in the Aussie, and I was fearful that we would get a bounce, and we did. We got a bounce. Where did it go to? The 200 exponential moving average. Traders, there's nothing to do until this breaks that little wick there on that doji at 0.7722, and we'll take it to the downside. We'll take profit at 0.7663. And this is, I want to sell the Aussie. I do not want to buy the Aussie dollar. I want to sell it. Okay? And here's the Euro Aussie, one of my favorite pairs to trade. Unfortunately, traders, right at the moment, we are in the spot. We are in the position to sell this. Unfortunately, this is the Asia session when I record this, and there is really nothing we can do. We're just going to have to wait. Hopefully, this will just stay sideways till the London Open or an hour or two before it and give us a nice bearish candlestick formation. And let's take this all the way down, really, to the 200 exponential moving average at 1.4597. You can see where my stop is. It's at 1.4815. Traders, if this moves up, do not panic. That's a good thing. I wouldn't mind it for the next 3 hours if it continues up. Just as long as when London Open comes, or within an hour within London Open, we start seeing some bearishness where we could take this to the downside. If this breaks our stop, that little X there at 48.15, the trade's off and we just have to do another analysis. But I want to sell the Euro Aussie. This pair's a little difficult to trade. I really took a long time before I formulated this trade plan. And you know, the Euro Yen is bullish, and this is a valid trend line. It's a 1, 2, 3 touch trend line, so it's a valid trend line. And all I want to do is buy this. I want to buy this back up to resistance at 136.75. What's in the way? The only thing that's in the way, traders, is that it's Friday, and we have profit taking, and we have data coming out in London and the U.S. So it is what it is, but it is. And so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Alrighty. Just give me 1 second here, traders. Okay. Alright, let's move over to the last one. This is the last of our 6 pairs that we go over, and this is our New Zealand dollar. You know, this was another one. Look at this nasty range. This has been in the hourly chart. This is probably 2 days worth of candles here. Yes, there are pips there. That's not, you know, like the issue that there are pips there. There are pips there. The question is how are you going to trade it? Right? How are you going to trade it? And that was the hard part. I only see one area where you can actually see the trade happening and then take the trade. I want this to break this trend line, and then we can take it down to 0.7232, and I think that's a good area to do that. I'd like to sell it at 0.7377. We're going to have to use the 200 exponential moving average as our stop. Once you get 10 pips into the trade, move your stop all the way down to the resistance level of price action, and you should be absolutely fine. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I would really like to thank you for joining me this week. It's been a great week. We've had a lot of fun. Enjoy your weekend break. We still have a full day of trading ahead, but enjoy your weekend break. Stay with family, friends, and loved ones, and re-energize. And, of course, don't forget to do some Forex. Traders, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where the sun is out and the beach has white sandy beaches. Oh my goodness, does it look nice out there? Yes, I will be having lunch at the gazebo today. It's Friday. Traders, take care, and we'll see you next week before the next London Open. Take care, my friends. Have a great trading day, and bye-bye.